In last video, we discussed about the exaltation of the Venus in the sign of Pisces. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens when you have Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Yes, we are going to talk about the debilitation of the Jupiter. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter gets debilitated into the sign of Capricorn. Before we talk about the combination and energies of Jupiter into the sign of Capricorn into its debilitation sign, let's talk about what is Jupiter in your horoscope. Jupiter is one of the most benefic planet. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom and abundance, wealth, surplus, growth, teachers, student, guru, parents, abundance, wealth, children, and everything which is good and positive in your life can be seen with Jupiter. Jupiter is the giver. Jupiter is the most benefic planet of the 9 planets. What is the sign of Capricorn? When we judge a Rashi, we judge it on a 3 or 4 level. First is the ruler, the second is the element, third is the mode of operation, and fourth is its relation in the natural horoscope. So let's test Capricorn on all these criteria. The first one is the Saturn. The ruler of the Rashi Capricorn is Saturn. And what is the Saturn? Saturn is negativity. Saturn is about the restriction, age, time, death. It is your karmic audit. It helps you to release things which are not required, and it allows you to have things which you can fill up with that space. Saturn is a planet of longevity, death, restriction, subordinates, masses. If you look at the Rashis of the Saturn, the Rashi of Saturn is exactly opposite to the sign of Leo as well. So these people, like Saturn, likes to give power to the people, to the masses. Sun likes to get the power for himself, and Saturn likes to distribute the power to the masses. If you look at Saturn, Saturn is a polar opposite to the Jupiter. Jupiter is abundance, Saturn is scarcity. Jupiter is positive, Saturn is negative. Jupiter is all about the creativity, and Saturn is about death and longevity. Like, it is about the time and death. And that is the reason Jupiter feels uncomfortable into the sign of Capricorn. The next thing to look for in a Rashi, the Capricorn, is the element. Capricorn comes into the earth element. Earth element signs are more about the finances and tangible things in life. These are more about the resourcefulness of the person. These Rashis are more concerned about the financial security of a person. And Saturn resonates well with the earthy insecurities and hard work to fulfill the financial requirements, to fulfill the basic needs. Okay, and now the next thing to look for in Rashi is the mode of operation. The Capricorn sign is a cardinal sign. Cardinal sign is the sign which brings about changes, and the Capricorn sign brings about changes with the action and with the work you do. The Capricorn sign, when we look from the Aries ascendant or Aries or natural horoscope, it comes into the 10th house. So it holds the signification of 10th house as well. And what is the 10th house? 10th house is all about the work you do. It is about your highest achievement. It is about your public life and career. So that is the sign of Capricorn. Now the optimistic, virtuous, honest, wise Jupiter comes into the workaholic, practical Capricorn sign. Let's get started and see what exactly happens when we have these two energies together. Jupiter is debilitated in the sign of Capricorn because Jupiter and Saturn are polar opposite. Jupiter is the planet of the expansion, is about the abundant positivity, and the sign of Capricorn is the sign of practicality. The sign of Capricorn doesn't understand the optimism because it is extremely practical. So it is hard for Capricorn to go and think beyond things which we cannot experience. That's why Jupiter gets debilitated here, and Mars, though it is the bitter enemy of the Saturn, gets exalted into the same sign of Capricorn. Because all the significations of working hard, security, discipline, practicality resonates well with Mars. So Mars does great job into the sign of Capricorn. It gets exalted. Today we are talking about the sign planet Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter is the planet of higher ideals. Remember the ninth house, which is the Sagittarius, which is the ninth house and ninth Rashi ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about the chasing high ideals, about your values, your virtues, and everything which is worth praising. But when this energy come into the sign of Capricorn, when it has the environment of Capricorn, it becomes practical. The sign of Capricorn never understands the higher ideals. The sign of Capricorn only understands the practicality. I want to earn this much money to survive. I have to pay the bills. I have to pay for the school fees. I have to earn this much to pay the rent, and so on. Jupiter is the planet of higher ideals. Jupiter likes to chase higher ideals, things which are beyond ourselves. Thrive for something greater in life is what Jupiter. So the thrive of Jupiter to go beyond ourselves, thrive for the greatness, doesn't get any encouragement here due to the practical nature of the Saturn ruled Capricorn. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and the sign of Capricorn is the sign of a planet which is ruled by restriction. Saturn cannot think beyond certain limits. He is focused. Saturn is focused on the things which are required. He does not understand anything else. That's it. He is into the security and survival mode. Saturn does not understand the expansion. He is focused onto the basics. He is focused onto what is the most important thing to survive, is to earn money, to satisfy your needs. That is it. Don't look beyond that. That is what is Saturn is. That's why the Jupiter gets debilitated here. When a Jupiter comes into the sign of the Capricorn, it also gives a person a greater sense of finance, because the sign of Capricorn is the most important Artha Trikona house. The other two houses are out of the Kendra. The sign of Capricorn is the Artha Trikona house into the Kendra. That's why it becomes even more important. And when Jupiter comes in here, though it is debilitated, it gives this person unique sense of finances. Just like we saw into the Mercurian people, they have that innate sense of finances just because being into the sign of Virgo, that is also the Artha sign. Here, It is the ultimate Artha sign, which is also the the sign of work, practicality, and the Artha Trikon sign. So these people have greater wisdom. The planet of wisdom comes into the Artha Trikon house. So it gives them that sense of finances. So yes, this was Jupiter into the sign of Capricorn. But this is not all. And debilitation does not mean bad. Exaltation does not mean great. You have to look for the condition of the Jupiter into the D9 chart. Also look for the cancellation of the Nichabhanga. Cancellation of the debilitation, that is Nichabhanga Rajyog. And you can also look for the aspects, conjunction, and all that with respect to this debilitation in order to see what exactly is happening. I have made a video on this Nichabhanga Rajyog. Go and check that video wherein we have discussed all the scenarios, how this debilitation gets cancelled. What to watch next? If you are new to Vedic astrology, go to my YouTube channel, go to the playlist and go and watch how to get started into Vedic astrology. A rising sign series, planets through houses series, or the retrogression effect series, or just go to any of the video playlist and start exploring the fascinating world of Vedic astrology. If you have any question, add me on Instagram at Pramanik Astrology, or you can put your questions into the comment section of any of the relevant YouTube videos. I read all the comments and I reply to almost all the comments, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.